welcome back to my channel. Today I decided to share with you guys my weight loss journey. It's not complete yet, but I figured I'll just tell you guys, I'll fill you guys in on how much progress I've made and basically what I am doing to lose weight. So I will make sure that I'm sure there's going to be more than one video, because I am sure I cannot cover everything in just this one video. So stay tuned, because there will definitely be more videos for sure, provided everything goes well. Okay, so I basically, before we get into the video, make sure you like, comment and subscribe, and don't forget to share this video with your friends, family and everyone that you love, and your enemies, even if you don't like them. I mean, sis, tell them to subscribe. I'm just kidding. But anyway, so I lost 17 pounds. Yes, I started this diet or this journey on January 14th of this year, and as of last week, which was March 30 something, let me check, last week, because I weighed myself last week. So let's say, yeah, March 28th. And as of March 28th, I went from this in January, 170 pounds, to this in March, 153 pounds. Okay. Now, I know weight loss is a very sensitive subject for a lot of people, so my whole point of doing this video is to let a lot of young ladies know that you are not alone in this. Okay, so I know a lot of people try to lose weight and they usually don't go through with it for different reasons. Some people gain weight because of health issues and things like that. So it's not, I feel like when it comes to weight loss, it has to be like a personal decision. You have to decide that you want to lose weight and that you're willing to do what you need to do to lose weight in a healthy manner. So before I get deeper into the video, I just want to put this disclaimer out that at the end of the day, I am not a nutritionist and I am not a doctor. So make sure before you do any of these things that I did, that you consult with your doctor, because your safety has to be priority. So make sure you connect with, or you speak to who you're supposed to speak to, so they can tell you whether this type of diet is something that will work for you or not. Because I know it's something that worked for me. So, but that doesn't mean that, you know, it's something that's gonna work for you. Now, basically, okay, I've put this off long enough. The diet that I decided to do is called the Keto Diet. So the thing about the Keto Diet is, in layman's terms, in the simplest way possible, I'm going to try to make this video really simple and straightforward, so you guys will be able to get what you need to get, know what you need to know without all these extra terms. So I went on the Keto Diet in January, and like I said, I started January 14th. Now, basically the first 2 weeks, or even before we get into that, let me tell you what the Keto Diet is. I mean, why am I all over the place? Anyway, the Keto Diet is a high-fat, low-carb diet. So basically, you're eating more fat to lose fat. Yeah. You heard me. I didn't stutter. You're eating more fat to lose fat. Okay? Okay. I'm going to give you a second to grasp that. You got it? Okay. Now, basically, our body uses carbs for energy, right? And basically, the whole point of the keto diet is to deplete all the carbs in your body. That way, your body will have basically no other option, in a sense, but to use your fat in your body for energy, which will in turn lead to you losing weight. So you cut off carbs and you increase your fat intake. Now, and you eat protein. So basically, the whole idea, it all comes down to macros, which are macronutrients. So basically you eat between about 70 to 75% fat, and then you eat like 20% protein and only 5% carbs. So basically those carbs I would suggest, because some vegetables do have carbs and stuff like that. So I would suggest that the carbs that you do intake come from there, and not necessarily from like bread and things like that. Now, I do have a couple of things, like let's say for example, in terms of the fat, it's not every fat that you're supposed to eat. Like, okay, they're like these oils, like vegetable oil and things like that. Those aren't good for you. Yeah, they're not. So what the suggested types of fats are, like the avocados, you know, and the nuts and the oils, like the oils in the sense of olive oil, coconut oil, MCT oil, you know, ghee. Ghee is my best friend, I promise you. I try to cook everything with ghee, but ghee is basically my best friend. I love eggs. I do eat eggs a lot too on this keto diet. I do also make smoothies and things like that. So okay, you can also eat dairy. So you can eat cheese, but you can eat cheese like full fat yogurt and Greek yogurt and things like that. And coconut milk. What else? Let me see. I'm trying to think of everything that I could possibly think of to tell you guys, just to have an idea. So coconut milk, almond milk. So, but I do stay away from like the regular full fat milk. I mean, from the regular peak milk and things like that. So basically, I think there's so much more. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to have like a link, not just one link. I'm going to link maybe 2 or 3 of the videos that really helped me, and I'm going to link them down below, so you can also check those out. That way you're able to have a better idea, because at the end of the day, I'm explaining it to the best of my ability, but one of these videos is like from a doctor, so they'll be able to explain things for you to understand in a much easier way. But anyway, so I stayed away from bread, you know, bread, rice, pasta, stuff like that. I tried to stay away. Okay, now I'm trying to avoid rambling because this video can get really long really quickly. But it's basically how do you know that you're in ketosis? So there are different ways to know that you're in ketosis. One, you can either do the urine strip, which wasn't available here in Gambia. If it was, I didn't find it, and I wasn't really looking for it anyway. 2, like I said, you would get the keto flu. I got that just once. So like out of all the times that I got kicked out of ketosis and had to get back into ketosis, I didn't get the keto flu. That's just it. So I got that just that first week. But that's another way to know. And also sometimes you can tell with your breath. It's not like funky breath, but it's not like the usual. It's like metallic. It's kind of hard to explain, but you'll be able to tell if like your breath is different. It's not funky breath, okay? If you have funky breath, you just got funky breath, and you need to do something about that. But anyway, so those are the 3 main ways. I'm not sure if there are other ways, but I think you can also test your insulin levels and things like that. But like I said, do your own research. There are a lot of videos on YouTube and things like that. So you will be able to do what you need to do, find out what you need to find out, and figure out if this is the type of diet for you. Now, when I started this journey on January 14th, I was extremely serious. Like the first 2 weeks, like 5 pounds gone, okay, in 2 weeks. And guess what? Okay, I got sick. I got the flu, but not the keto flu. I got the keto flu, but it was like also the flu. So it was kind of like 2 things in one. So okay, after the first week, and it is also very common for you to experience a keto flu, by the way. The keto flu will make you feel like you get like headaches, and you also feel like very lethargic, and you might feel dizzy. I know there are people who said that okay, they've lost, like they've been so dizzy that they almost fell and stuff. That didn't happen to me, but I mean, I did feel like very tired. I did get headaches and stuff like that. That was like the first week. But that's how you would know that you're also, that's one of the ways you would know that you're also getting into ketosis. Now, there are different ways to get into ketosis, right? But before I get to that, let me talk about the keto flu. Now, with the keto flu, I'm sure if you go on Pinterest, if you go on YouTube, there are ways that you can basically get rid of the keto flu, because it can really last a long time if you don't try to get rid of it, right? Basically, it's normal for you to get the keto flu, and it's also normal for you to feel that way, like feel basically tired and lethargic and things like that, because at least for the first week, because I mean that's also a sign that you're also getting into ketosis and things like that. There are ways to get rid of it so you don't have to feel sick for such a long time. Anyway, but after that I also got the flu, which was like 2 weeks into it. So I got the keto flu like a week into it, and then 2 weeks into it I got actual flu, and that kind of threw me off. So for that week I really wasn't on the diet, and I didn't necessarily lose. I mean, I didn't really lose any weight, if I'm being honest. I actually think I gained like 2 pounds within that span of time, and I was like, But anyway, I didn't let that stop me, but I continued, like, you know, on the diet and things like that. Now, a lot of people do lose so much more weight within a shorter period of time, which is fine, but I know why I did not lose so much weight, because, I mean, honestly, I cheated on the keto diet. I cheated. There were weekends when I was like, forget it, okay? I'm going to eat what I want to eat, and then I'll get back to it later. Now, I do not recommend for you to do that, and this is the main reason, because it's only going to slow the process down. Because every time you get kicked out of ketosis, you have to get back into it for your body to get back to burning like fat instead of carbs and sugar for energy. Okay, you get what I'm saying? So I feel like if you're really going to get kicked out of ketosis, it has to be a meal that you feel like is worth it. Okay, now there are different ways to get into ketosis. You can either do a whole day fast, and you know, like basically what I would recommend is after you do the whole day fast, you cut the fast with a high fat food. That way it'll get your system, you know, running. So it depends from person to person. Some people it can take like 24 hours. Some people it can take like up to a week for them to be into ketosis and things like that. So you basically have to be aware of your body. Now, basically you can either do the full day fast, or you can do intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting, I believe that's how it's pronounced. But basically all that entails is that you will eat within a certain period of time, and then you fast till the next day and eat within that same period of time. So let's say, for example, when I was doing the intermittent fasting, I would fast, let's say I would eat from like 11 to 7, or between 12 to 8. But I prefer the 11 to 7. So basically I would fast for 16 hours, and then I will eat within, all my calorie intake will be within that 8 hours, within those 8 hours. So between 11 to 12, between 11 to 7 or 12 to 8. Basically that's the whole idea. And what I would do, I also tried the bulletproof coffee, and to be honest, that I didn't really, it's like every time I drink it, like it's sitting right here. It does not want to go down. I mean, I was tired. I didn't want to do it again. I was not able to continue that coffee thing that you put the ghee in and things like that. It didn't work for me, and I would be burping all day long, and it was just really irritating. So it's not for me. So in the morning, sometimes I would just drink like plain black coffee. If I want, I'll drop some stevia. Now I do have stevia, and that was brought to me by my friend when she was coming down to Gambia. It's basically a 0-calorie sweetener, because you're supposed to stay away from sugar. I don't know if I mentioned that before, but you're supposed to stay away from sugar. So things like honey, you can't even eat anyway. So I mean, there's a whole list of things that you can't eat, and I honestly cannot put everything in this video. So you also need to do your own research, because I can't tell you everything. And besides, you have to check to make sure that this diet is something that is for you anyway. So just, that's a disclaimer. So anyway, okay, so I use stevia, which is a 0-calorie sweetener. And basically, when I would put it out, when I want to basically drink something that should have sugar, I'll put it there. Or if I should eat something that should have sugar, I'll put it there. Now, I wouldn't recommend the one I got. I'll put a picture of it here, because it has an aftertaste. So I don't know if all stevia is like that, but the one that I had has an aftertaste, and I didn't really love that. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend that one. And like I was saying earlier, I know why I haven't, because there are people who have lost massive amounts of weight, and like I said, everyone's body is different. And personally for me, I'm taking my time to lose the weight at my pace, basically. So I'm not trying to like rush into like lose all this weight within a short period of time. So I am okay, and I'm extremely happy with the amount of progress that I've made so far, which is why I figured I'd share with you guys. But basically, the main reason why, so one, I don't recommend that you cheat on the keto diet. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't be like me, because it's not a good look. But yeah, don't cheat on the keto diet. That's the first thing I would recommend. Don't. If you can help it, don't cheat on the keto diet. Now, another thing coupled with the keto diet that I implemented in my diet is ACV, apple cider vinegar. Girl, let me tell you, that's your best friend. Girl, best friend, that's my best friend, she better. Anyway, the apple cider vinegar is something that I feel like has helped with my weight loss journey, if I'm being 100% honest. Now, the thing is, with apple cider, I don't recommend that you take it as a shot, even though I know that, like, if you go on YouTube, they'll say, oh, take it as a shot in the morning. I mean, I can't do that, because I have mad stomach issues since, like, God knows how long ago. So my stomach can't handle things like that. So I would recommend, like, you put it in your tea. Like, my friend recommended that if you put it in a green tea and, you know, pour some ACV and drink it in the morning. I mean, I would recommend you do it before your meal, but if you can't, I mean, I do it after a meal anyway if I forget. I mean, I'm not perfect. So with this, I'm not about to be sitting here and telling you guys, oh, you know, you're supposed to do this way. Nah, fam. I'm going to keep it real. Okay? It was not easy, one. And two, to be honest, I mean, I just did it how I felt worked for me. So you have to be able to work this out and figure out how it's going to work for you. Now, with that being said, what else? So ACV, I would drink like early in the morning, or yeah, basically before, like, if I remember to, which is most of the time I do remember to, I would drink it like with tea early in the morning and keep it pushing, and that's it. So basically, I would usually do like maybe 2 tablespoons and put it in the tea, and that's it. And since I can't have any honey, I would either drink it like that or add stevia. So it's basically up to you. I mean, one thing I did notice with the keto diet is that my carb cravings did go down, if I'm being honest. That is one thing for sure. My carb cravings definitely went down. Now, that doesn't mean I didn't crave carbs, but it wasn't as much as before. And to be honest, like, I was eating things like bacon and eggs and, you know, like avocados and sausages and pork and, you know, beef and chicken and shrimp. I wasn't really missing them carbs. Like, I was missing them, but I wasn't missing them, if you know what I mean. It was like, I mean, I could do without you for the meantime in that type of situation. But yeah, but in the times that I did really want it, I did get myself kicked out of ketosis. I know it's a bad thing, but I did get myself kicked out of ketosis, and I'll eat what I want to eat, and then I'll get back to it, because at the end of the day, it's my life. If that's how I feel like I want to go about my diet, that's how I'm gonna go about my diet. But I don't recommend that you do that. When it comes to when it comes to working out, sis, I mean, I wasn't really working out. I feel like, okay, I feel like you can't take life too seriously, man. Like I'm trying to lose weight, but at the same time, I can't like just stress myself. I'm trying to lose weight. Like that's just going to stress me out. So I try to have fun with it. Now, when it comes to working out, in February, like the first 2 weeks of February, I went to the gym. So basically the whole of from January to now, I didn't work out, okay? I can say I didn't work out because the first 2 weeks in February, I did go to the gym. But like when I would come home, I would be so exhausted. Like mad exhausted. And I have ACCA exams to study for, so I wasn't able to study. I wasn't able to do a lot of things. So I was like, man, forget this. I mean, if I get a treadmill, then I'll run around the house and things like that. I'm fine with that. Like now, starting from now going forward, I am trying to basically include some more, like some cardio in this whole situation. Like I'll run around the house and things like that. But to be honest, I didn't really work out. But the 2 weeks that I did go to the gym, if I tell you, those are the 2 weeks that I lost the most, like the most weight within like that time frame. So I lost like the most amount of weight, and like my stomach was starting to go down. So now, if you know, I'm wearing the wrong type of blouse, but I would love to show you guys. I mean, I'm fine with that. Like my stomach isn't all the way down. It has gone down compared to how it was, but it's definitely not flat. I've never had a flat stomach my whole life. Anyway, guys, so the power went out. And I can't use my ring light right now, but that's gonna be sorted out. I just realized that I couldn't use it when there's no power. But anyway, as I was saying, I can't even remember what I was talking about because I tried waiting for it to come back on, but that's not happening. What was I saying? So bear with me. This will be sorted out, I promise. What I was saying is that I've lost a lot of weight, but and like my stomach has gone down, my arms have gone down, but they haven't gone down as much as I would like. These are the hardest part to get rid of. It's always been like that for me. Also, these boobies have gone down, but not as much as I would love. But I mean, like I said, it's a process. From where I was to here, it's really major, and I'm just really excited for what's to come. So basically, that's it. So basically, when you're doing the keto diet, do not cheat on the diet while you're on the diet, because it's going to take you longer than necessary. If I'm being honest, there are limited options in Gambia in terms of the food. One, because either you're not going to find what you need, or when you do find it, it's like so ridiculously expensive. So in Gambia here, like most people eat bread and rice like on a daily basis. So you know, I know it's kind of hard, but I feel like it's something that can be done. So you have to look at yourself and decide whether this keto diet is something that is for you or not. And also with the ACV, the apple cider vinegar, to be honest, if you're not eating healthy, I honestly don't think it's going to make a difference. So don't waste your time and money, because it's not cheap either. But yeah, so that's all I have to say, I think. It took me 2.5 months basically. Is it 2.5 months? Yeah, basically 2.5 months to get to where I am. And the plan is to continue to continue because the plan is to lose 25 pounds, because my ideal weight will be 145. So I'm at 153 right now. So I have about, that's what, 8 more pounds to go. 8? Wait, why did I think it was 7? 5 and 3. Oh, okay. So I have 8 more pounds to go, but like I said, I'm not gonna rush it. I'm going to try to introduce working out, and when I say working out, I don't mean going to the gym. I mean like some light cardio. That's the most I'm willing to do, and I'll see how that goes and how that works out. And yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I just feel like this is something that you have to decide for yourself whether it's going to work for you or not. You have to look into it, do the research and things like that. I know it has worked for me so far, but I can't really speak for you. I can't really make the decision for you. If it is something that you're going to do, you have to be 100% serious about it. That I know for sure. And aside from that, like, don't stress yourself when it comes to losing weight, because let me tell you, we're in 2019, right? I gained weight 2017, end of 2017, starting November of 2017, like literally a month before my wedding is when I started to gain weight. And that's why from 2017 all the way down to January of 2019, like, it's like I just had it in my mind, I have to lose weight, I have to lose weight. I've tried all sorts of diets. Like, to be honest, when I heard of this keto thing, like, I thought it was like one of these other scam diets, because when I tell you, I have tried, my sister, I have tried these diets. None of them didn't work for me. I don't know why, because normally, I mean, maybe because I'm over 25 now, my metabolism is it's getting slower and things like that. But I've never really had issues like when I really put my heart to losing weight. Like, I really do lose weight. So last year was really tough for me because I wasn't losing weight. It was like the more I tried to lose weight, the more weight I gained. Because to be honest, by April of last year, April of 2018, I was 159 pounds. So how do I go from 159 to 170 in a matter of 8 months? 8 months, yeah. So, but I'm happy with the progress that I've made so far, and I think that's it. I'm trying. I don't want the video to be too long, so if you guys have any questions, just leave them down below, and I'll try to maybe do like another video down the line, basically answering any questions that you guys have, if there are too many for me to answer in the comment section. And yeah, so don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.